Check this out, Ocho. I know you saw this. Earlier today, the Westminster Dog Show tweeted, they have no records of Chad being a judge in 1993.
They did not. No, they didn't say that. They didn't say that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, so what did they say?
They said we checked the records from 1993, and
there's no indication.
I was there. They didn't say that. I was there. I had the photos. I can get the photos right now.
I wish you would. What group?
I told you what group. It was the toy group. It was the toy group. I judged the toy group.
What group? What group did you judge?
The toy group.
Oh, okay.
And I can tell you who won.
Who?
1993. It was a Bajan Frizz. A Bajan Frizz named Stanley.
No, actually, the Bichon Frizz, JR. His name was JR, and he was handled by Scott Summer. I don't think he won until 2003, 2004. That was the first year the Bichon won. Not 93.
It was 93. How you gonna tell me?
Because
tell me.
You do realize that. Hello. You do realize, like, I actually covered the Westminster Dog Show.
Hold up. You covered and I judged. You covering and me judging is two totally different things.
Okay, since you judge, how many teeth does a dog have?
How many what?
Teeth does a dog have?
It is what? 40, 43, right?
42. How many on the top? How many on the bottom?
It's more at the top than it is at the bottom.
No, it's more.
It's more at the top.
It's less at the top than it is at the bottom.
No, it's more at the top than it is.
It's 20 at the top and 22 at the bottom, Ocho.
Wait, you laughing? I ain't.
I wouldn't lie to you, Ocho. Ocho, you know I wouldn't lie to you.
I think you lying to me though.
I wouldn't lie to you.
But I know. Come on, give me some more.
Because
questions.
I know. When I covered it, obviously, you know, you had to know what you're talking about, and they asked me what breed would I like to cover. Now I've owned Rottweilers, Akitas, Bull Mastiff, Pomeranians.
You had an Akita?
I did. Samson.
Man, they beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
God,
but they stubborn. Damn. You got your work cut out for you with those now. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're loyal. That's the most loyal dog I ever had.
Right.
Did you hear the story about the Hachi? They had a guy in Japan. He used to go to work. He had to catch the train to go to work, which was about 35 miles away. He was a professor.
Right.
And the dog would walk to the train station with him, go back home, and around the time the dog, and he would wait. He would wait for the dog. He would wait for his owner to come back. Mm-hmm. His owner had a heart attack one day and didn't return. He'd go back to the train station every day for 9 years and wait for his owner to come back, and he never came back. Every day. They're loyal like that. We would literally have to give my dog anxiety medicine because when I left to go, I was working at CBS at the time.
Right.
He would literally throw up. He would just sit in the window. He would just sit in the window and wait for me to come back home. He wouldn't eat. He would just sit there and wait.
I have a question. Now, you've owned a lot of dogs.
And
There's a pain that I can't deal with, and I'm not sure how you're able to withstand that pain. When you lose a dog, when a dog passes away, how do you deal with that pain? It took for me once I got to high school. Yeah. Once I got to high school and I lost my bulldog. I couldn't do it no more. I couldn't stay in that pain no more. There's no pain like losing an animal, man, that you've had for 9-10 years. Yeah. How do you continue to do it and put yourself through that?
Because the love that I have for them and the love that they give me, Ocho. Mm-hmm. And I told you this when I lost Titus, Titan. I had a dog, had a bull mastiff. I had two, lost both of them, named Titan. And the thing was, what hurt me so bad is that he was only 30 months old. And when I was explaining to the people as I was posted, I was talking to him on Facebook that I was going to have to put him down. Mm-hmm. I said, some things can only be seen through the eyes that have cried. Unless you've had a pet and lost it, you can possibly, and people say that all the time. And people that ask me, like, man, how you never owned a pet. Now, Samson, I remember Samson was the Akita that I had. And I remember my girlfriend at the time calling me and she said, she said, Shannon, he's not doing well. I don't know if he's going to make it until you get home. That was Saturday. Yeah. I said, he'll make it. I said, he's not going to go until he sees me.
Yeah.
So when I get home, because I couldn't come home. I couldn't come home that night. I had to come home early the next morning. So I caught the first flight out. I get home. He's laying on the floor on her side of the bed. And I walk into the room. I called him Bo. I didn't call him Sam. I called him up. I said, Bo. He lifts his head up and he's thumping his tail. That's all he could do. He could just thump his tail. Just thump his tail on the floor. And it was like, okay, I'm good now. I done saw daddy. I'm good. So by that time, we've already made, the nurse was going to come over and they're going to put him down. Ocho, I'm talking about, it was almost instantly. He was so ready to go. Man, as soon, I'm talking about probably one drop, he was gone. He had to see me. He wasn't going to go until he saw me.
And
it's the same. All my dogs are the same way. I had a Tonkaman. Ocho, he was perfect. I'm talking about he was jumping up on the bed and everything. And Thursday, he had like a little limp. I said, but okay, he's okay. He's getting a little old, but I say he's okay. Friday, he struggled, but he came up the stairs.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to take him to the vet. If he don't get any better than this, Monday, I'm going to take him to the vet. So I'm upstairs on Saturday morning, and I hear him struggling, trying to come upstairs. And I run down the stairs. I got the two little ones at the time, Taz and Tarzan. I got the two little ones, and I go downstairs. I said, nah, don't worry about it, buddy. So I grabbed my keys. I had my phone because I already knew I was going to take him to the vet. I said, you want to go for a ride? He loved to ride. Ocho, he take 2 steps outside and falls. So now I got to pick a 167-pound dog up, and I got so much adrenaline going. I pick him up like he a pillow. I put him in my car, and I'm driving to the vet.
Yeah.
I got the windows down. He's looking out the window because he loves. He has a seizure. So now I'm driving down Wilshire. He's having a seizure, about to jump out the window. So I've got to hold the steering wheel like this and grab him and pull him back. So I go in, I run into the vet. I said, my dog had a seizure, blah, blah, blah. He can't walk. So they get there and they ask me, so, well, what happened? I said, we came outside. I was going to bring him here, and he just collapsed. He just doesn't have any movement in his hind legs. It says, okay, we'll see what we can do for him. I drove out of there saying he's never going to be the same boy, as he's never going to be the same Tonkaman again. So he stayed there. They ran some tests, and they said, well, Mr. Sharpe, they think he had a blood clot, and it paralyzed him from his back down. I went and got him. That Wednesday, me and my girlfriend, we went and got him. I rode him around. I always would take him every day. I took him around the block. I took him his favorite, took him the scenic route around. Right. She made him his favorite meal. She made him steak and potatoes. Rhea, who's a good friend of mine who used to watch him as a puppy, she came over and saw him. She said, can I come over and see him? I said, yep. CJ, my producer, came over and brought him some treats. Had the guy come over. I said, boy, Tonkaman is going to be okay. And I put him down. But Ocho, people say, I've heard people say, I found happiness, or I found myself. Happiness and self isn't something you find. It's something you create.
Yeah.
I've created a happiness with those dogs that it's indescribable. And like you said, it's pain. Because my sister, I had 2 Rottweilers at first. And my sister, I gave them to my sister because the apartment complex wouldn't let me have 2 dogs.
Right.
And so I told my sister, she, to take them. Man, and one of them dogs lost. She said, Shannon, I'll watch your dogs, but I don't want another one.
Right.
She said that pain hurt me like I lost a child.
Listen,
and she actually did lose her son. And
right.
She said, Shannon, it hurt like that.
Yeah.
She said, I don't want another. She said, I'll watch him. I'll come, stay as long as you need me to stay. She said, but Shannon, I can't do this again.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying. Yeah. But man, Ocho, I've had a dog every year since 92. I can't imagine my life without one.
See, I can't deal with that pain. You sitting here telling me stories of your dog. You got me over here crying, and they ain't even my damn dog. I ain't even lose them. That's the type of I can't do it. I can't withstand that pain again. When I lost my dog, that bulldog, when I was in high school, never again.
Mm-hmm.
Never get. I don't want none of that.
Because they don't never get upset at you. Ocho, you can yell and scream and leave the house. When you come back, they're going to be waiting on you at the front door. Yeah. Man, where you been? Definitely. Man, I've been waiting on you all day to get back home. You just not get back home. Come on, let's go to the backyard. Or what you eating? Give me some of what you eating. There's nothing like a love that an animal. Yeah. I mean, I've never owned a cat, but cat people say the cat give them the same type of love and satisfaction that a dog does.
Yeah.